Hello and welcome back to the StarCraft stream. We are going to jump into Beesuit versus Adrian in just a short while. The first map is going to be Overgrowth.
That's correct.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think about Overgrowth, what I think about the match, because I'm really hyped for this match.
What do you think about Overgrowth then?
What I think about Overgrowth?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, we have a PvC matchup in front of us this time. Beesuit is coming in as a dark horse. We don't really know that much. Adrian, a much more stable player in the Norwegian scene, at least. We know him. Likes to play it safe, likes to play it cool, get on the third bases, just play it around these all kind of all-ins, and then get to the late game. That's what he loves.
We actually get to see a Protoss here, and I'm so excited for that. Beesuit is actually hailing from Germany, and he came here with his group of friends that he met while playing Call of Duty. Why do I know so much? I talked to him earlier.
Oh my, you talked to him?
Yes.
We talked to nerds? How is this? We talked together?
Yep.
What did he tell you?
Well, he told me that he was from Germany and then that he came here to play with his friends. That was it.
Great knowledge, and now from coming here playing with his friends, now he's here trying to enjoy us in the semi-finals of the StarCraft 2 tournament. It's not a bad achievement just from coming and taking a small little pick at a esport competition.
Yeah. I'm very much so looking forward to this. I need the host to the game.
It's lovely being a small little host to the side. We have it's a best of 5. It's a best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best of 3. It's important to note here that it's 3 chances. You have 1 available point to give away before you have to win every single one. And
did we mention that this is the semi-finals of the gathering? Perfect.
We already gathered around that sort of information.
Oh.
To know our way around how this PvC is going to work out for us all.
Ooh.
And
now, Overgrowth is a Protoss favored map. I'm pretty sure this was Beesuit's choice, because it has a lot of chokes, and it's very, very easy to maneuver with a Protoss army.
And we also know from earlier watching it that Beesuit, he loves this kind of, not necessarily full all-ins, but definitely attacks. Try to look for the timings, pushing in towards the base, trying to crush down a small little Zerg. But Adrian, he knows his game. He knows his late game.
We already seen Adrian play, and he's obviously shown that he's a good player. There was a couple of mistakes and a couple of hiccups here and there in the group play, but he managed to get to the semifinals, so he's obviously doing something right.
Definitely. He has been one of the outsider favorites coming in to take the entire tournament. So now from the Beesuit coming in, just playing around with his group of friends, playing Call of Duty even, and now here in the StarCraft 2 competition, he's going to duke his best against what Norway has to offer. This is Adrian this time. We're going to Overgrowth. And I feel like it's kind of the Beesuit to show off, because he's the dark horse.
I'm hoping we see some nice all-ins.
Nice all-ins, that's what you love, huh?
I love all-ins.
You love all-ins. This Protoss should be perfect for you to enjoy and commentate.
Exactly.
Oh, we have them already here, held up in the top right corner. It's a Norwegian. Can he take it in for Norway and bring it to the finals? We'll have to see. This is a best of 3. It's up to Adrian, playing for Expert Gaming, in the top right corner. And down in the bottom left, his opponent. He's in the red this time, Beesuit. He's going to try to do his best. And what can he do? What kind of all-in can he do? Not to mention, it's a best of 3.
Oh, he's going for a Forge Fast Expand, I guess. Or maybe this is a... No, it should be a Forge Fast Expand. It's pretty nice on this map. I agree with his decision putting the pile in here and going for the Scout. Fairly standard. Yeah,
fairly. He doesn't have to go for the Forge Fast Expand. It could just be the possibility of going into cannons here. Just rushing down if the Zerg is super greedy, going for this early hatch. Nothing else behind it.
I like early hatch as a Zerg. If you're playing Zerg versus Protoss on this map, early hatch should be fine most of the time. It's fairly easy to defend. I don't think you need to go for the 14 spawning pool.
Oh, definitely. We'll see, though, what Adrian chooses to offer and what Beesuit, where he chooses to go. Manages to watch it. Nothing down there, not even a drone quite so far. And Adrian, now it's to you. Do you want to put a pool? Or do you want to sneak around this probe, try to go down for the hatch?
We already see the Forge here, so it looks like a normal Forge Fast Expand. Everything looks standard so far. What do you think?
Oh, very much so. Beesuit, he does have the option going aggressive towards this hatch being put down, because right now it's only one drone being put down towards it. Doesn't block it, actually, which tends for me to know that,
he's putting down a pylon.
But he knows, though. Adrian knows. He's down here towards, already is putting down 4 probes to move down and see what they can do towards his opponent. It's gonna lock them down too. Not quite. And if he catches the probe too, Madison almost sneaks around, but it does actually cancel the pylons. It doesn't see, okay, my probe is not safe. I can't go for this anymore. It's not worth my investment.
The probe survives, and Adrian stopped drone production there. He was completely focused on just killing off the pylons, and having just 4 drones, it's not an overreactment. I would definitely say right now it's a pretty even game, but Adrian held that very nicely.
Yeah, very nicely, and also getting his hatches these early on with no immediate pressure and now knows, okay, probably means it could be a sick mind game. But yeah, he now knows also with the Observer coming in over, sees the Forge. Yeah, it was an attempt at a cannon rush. He knows his tech of the opponent is far behind. He's pretty comfortable now going into the possible mid game. He's just going to drone like crazy from here.
Yeah. What do you think about going for a pylon before the gateway?
Oh, before the gateway?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of greedy. I was expecting Beesuit to be a lot more aggressive than just the Forge actually coming into this.
Well, it is greedy. It delays your Warp Gate, and it delays your first Zealot. So, also, I don't like this Photon Cannon placement. I think he should have had another pylon there later on, and just, it seems very unnecessary to add a Photon Cannon in your front line.
Maybe it speaks to his nerves. Maybe he's a little nervous here coming in and just feeling like, oh no, I didn't manage to pull off that attack that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put down a random cannon here. Not really his original plan, but screw it, I just need to be safe here.
We see a third expand from Adrian already. Wow.
Nothing too crazy about that, actually, knowing that his opponent's tech is so far behind as it is, having seen that also with the Observer, knowing the Nexus timing. He's just going to put down massive amounts of drones, just play it safe, get a few links moving over to get all the vision he can, and know everything. And Adrian, this is what the games he loves, just taking full control, having the economical pressure, and then just knowing how to win.
I really like Adrian's playstyle. It seems like he's just in control, he's droning up, he's playing very economical, and he knows just how greedy he could be.
And look at this though, he's even chrono boosting out this Zealot to get into the wall. He's really fearing some sort of attack coming in. Yeah, I guess it is possible, of course, as a Zerg when you're up, but putting on a spawning pool, throwing in a ton of links. There's no need, Adrian shows it. Third base already almost finished for him.
Now here is what Beesuit did wrong. When you're scouting with your first probe, you should always go to the third base if you can't block off the hatch, the natural hatch, because you need to spot the third timing. It's very, very, very important because it will tell you a lot. It would tell you a lot about when you can first pressure and when your first push should be.
Definitely. He's moving up here with the probe to try and get the information. He's going to see the Queen moving over, I guess, with... Oh, did he see it, though? Yeah, he does here. Now, all the way up. Sees the third base and knows, oh, okay, this is what coming up. It's actually a robotics facility for him coming in the background here. Adrian knows it. Yeah. Adrian sees it.
I like this, but yeah, I really like this, just going straight into the Robo. He did mess up a bit with the Warp Gate. He delayed it quite too long. I like going for the +1 here instead of going for a second sentry. It's a smart play.
You think it's just going to say, you know what, I just need to push out with a +1, maybe 2-3 more Immortals if he can?
I would all in. I always all in, though.
It's not the Notissimus playstyle. The way of Notissimus.
Pretty much.
We have Norwegians mostly, but Adrian showing off really calm, playing this easily, just going hard on the drones, already up at 46, almost cursing that 50 benchmark.
I guess he is the hometown favorite, though.
Oh, definitely, but I mean, Norway's always loved the Dark Horse, and coming in from Germany even here, Beesuit. I've seen him in a Team Liquid suit, and no one likes as much as a Team Liquid jersey here in Norway. Huge fans of Team Liquid with Snootall and all being on the team. So of course he's gonna get some sort of home crowd kind of cheering for him.
So we see the Mothership core at a fairly standard timing. Everything looks pretty nice here. He's chrono boosting out the Warp Gate, but he only has 3 gateways. I think this is just a third base into maybe a 3 base Colossus push.
I definitely agree that he should be looking towards trying to push out now, like trying to use his moment to just get up this third base, because right now Adrian doesn't really have anything else than drones. He's trying to take up behind this, but no movement out so far from Beesuit. He's being really careful about his movement around this.
If he was all inning, he would add like 4 more gateways here and just go for a push. So it looks like he just wants to expand.
Definitely. 700 minerals already banking up for him, so he's a little slow on the way he's moving around now. He's spending a lot of it. I'm not quite sure where he put it on.
He's spending the Chrono Boost on the Cybernetics core again.
On the other side, though, Adrian getting his +1 missile attacks. Ton of roaches being in production with roach speed even. He's going to pressure because he knows that, okay, you're going to be looking for your third base or an all-in. If it's an all-in, I'm just going to have a little roaches. And if you suddenly have the option for it, he can rush hard into this third base.
Look at Adrian just microing his Zergling, blocking off the third for as long as possible. Very, very nice play.
Small details.
Look at the supply. It's so in favor of Adrian. Adrian definitely knows how to play this matchup. He is playing it like a champ.
Yeah, and already having that sick production, worker lead that he does have, 61 to 48. Of course, that's the issue with the Protoss. You lead for a while, up to 30, and then suddenly just fall right off.
He's going for a roach push here, which I really like. He can definitely just kill off the Nexus with 3 gateways. Oh my god, look at all these gateways.
He's going to have +1 in not too long. Roach speed almost finishing up. There is a few sentries here, but they're going to have to be putting down perfect force fields and buy so much time.
I like this wall, this semi-choke that he's trying to make, but he really needs to get his sentries in position right now if he wants to defend this.
Oh, look at the amount of links too. They're just going to be able to run right in, and the sentry is not quite in position. Force fields. Oh, Adrian is actually backing off a little. He wants to play this carefully.
Force fields yet.
Wants to play this carefully. Beesuit is going to be all about them sentries. Here comes a flank from the left side. It's just amount of roaches brushing in from both sides and the sentries.
Oh,
the force fields are decent, but they're not nearly enough, I feel. Like, roaches kind of standing around shooting at the front, though. Not really helping out taking out these immortals, but it doesn't matter. Look at the numbers game. So many roaches turning into third base. Adrian could just sack all these roaches. It would be fine. And he's even getting the immortals. It's amazing for Adrian.
I think this is game, to be honest. There is no way the Protoss can recover from this.
Oh, it's gonna look tough for sure. Losing the immortal, there's barely that last hit. This means there's one immortal, 3 sentries.
The third base is going down,
yeah,
and the fourth base is already on the way for Adrian at the gold expansion.
With the Hive and Heartless then behind it also here for Adrian, going
so
to hard tech. So yeah, he needs to keep it alive, and sacking these roaches for Adrian, not really a big issue here. Turns around, going for the immortals instead, putting down 1, putting down 2. Even if he loses all of this, it's totally fine for him with the economy he has in the background. He just keeps pumping out units, throwing them all over it, and it's going so fine for him. Even with the Nexus firing, getting 3 roaches all on its own.
Well, it doesn't matter that he loses the roaches here. He's done the damage that he needs to be doing.
Definitely. Beesuit does keep his base alive, though.
Yeah, that's very true. So Beesuit is not entirely out of it yet, but it's looking pretty grim.
Pretty grim indeed. This is not a situation you want to be for a high-tech, advanced nation.
Beesuit,
like the future is back here from the Protoss.
Yeah.
Wow. Really grim for him.
Beesuit can't really make any more upgrades because he doesn't have the Twilight Council. That's the name of it. I play Protoss and I don't even remember the names.
It's a tough life being a commentator, isn't it? You have to know all these small things. It's hard. We see the +2 missile attacks already on Adrian. It's just pushing hard into this Roach Hydra combination. And right now, just the amount of units he's assuming. We're going to take a quick look at the army supply tab. Decently close in numbers. Not so close. 39 to 84 units.
The observer goes down, so now Beesuit has no information whatsoever. He did see the fourth base, and he knows he's very far behind. He has he's gotten a lot of workers on the third base, but I don't think it's enough. Just the sheer amount of units for the Zerg, he can keep remaxing very shortly if he waits for a couple of minutes.
Desperately needs Colossi here, but with 1 sentry as well, it's so easy for the army of Adrian to just crush all up and around this army. There's nothing to stop them. Just a ton of sentries to try and soak up a little bit, but no Colossi. Adrian's even getting the answer to Colossi. The Vipers are coming out, ready to pick them off if they're here, but we know they're not. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Not even in production. Extended Thermal Lance is, but it doesn't help much having the technology if you don't have the units for it.
He definitely needs more sentries. At about now, you need 4 sentries with about 125 energy each. It's not enough to just have like 4 force fields.
Adrian looking crazy strong so far this match. He just took control early on, put down Beesuit, and Beesuit looks kind of scared, doesn't he? Here in the semifinals, you have a lot of pressure to try and make it all the way in. Maybe he's a little unsure of the matchup, trying to feel like he has to go a little all in and then falling behind like this. So far, it's been rough for him. He needs desperately good team fights here.
He was very nervous before starting this match. I noticed he was shaking.
Yeah, it's easy when it's one of your first competitions. Here we go, though. Adrian wants to look to put up that pressure. There's 3 sentries up here to try and soak up a little and hold them back. There's no flank, which is good for him. Adrian is all coming from the same amount, but here we go. He's going to go for it, running all the way up. Force fields, so far it's nothing. There we go, a few, but it's not even nearly enough. Look at these numbers. Look at the Zerg. Look at Kerrigan would be proud watching this. Adrian Force is rushing through the Protoss. Legacy of the Void should not look like this in campaign. It's a simple GG, and Adrian takes the first one.
He just played better. That was amazing. I'm very impressed with Adrian's play in that game. I don't think he could have done it better there.
Yeah, full control. Just from the beginning on, when Beesuit tried to be a little fancy, he tried to go for that forge and the cannons with the attack, but he realized, oh, my probe is stuck. I didn't get the placement quite right with the pylons. Just have to back out of this, and from that point, you can see he was kind of desperate already. He put down, as you pointed out, that early cannon in the front line. Kind of shows off how scared he was.
It's strange. It's strange to have it in the front line. It's so easy for a Zerg just mass Zerglings and then push through. So,
but we saw there wasn't even any need. Adrian kind of loves going for these kind of very simple styles, just keeping himself safe, getting up to the economy, and then once he saw the third base timing coming up, it was easy for him to pressure in with just a ton of roaches hitting that timing. It's perfect for him.
I really like the Blinding Clouds in the last engagement.
Also
Blinding Cloud did so much damage because he couldn't shoot with the Immortals, and that's the most important part of the army against roaches and hydras.
No doubt about it. The second map we're going to look into is King Sejong Station. Quite a different map, indeed, coming in from them, and Beesuit kind of showing off early cannons for the first game. What do you think he's going to have to do differently? Or do you think he should go with this like original plan more? If you're going for the cannons, just say, okay, just do it. Put down 2 probes, pull 2, and just go for it.
I don't think he should go for a cannon rush. Not on this map. It's a bit too big in my opinion. Just for a cannon rush. It's not one of the biggest map in the pool, not by a long shot, and it's definitely one of the most special maps. I haven't played a lot on it, and I don't know much about it. So that's why it's like special.
A great way to start off our introduction and why we deserve the spot to be here and analyzing through all these different maps and situations. I have a feeling that Beesuit is definitely going to have to going through something very different for this match at least. We're just waiting right now for the confirmations from the players. But Adrian has been looking strong for a long time. Probably one of the favorites to take this entire tournament.
But do you think he can take the entire tournament?
Well, I have a feeling that Adrian's going to be a strong one to beat, no doubt about it.
I think Callback can take it.
Think Callback can take it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a wager on that one. We're going to see the finals, of course, later today, so we shouldn't put too much of a wager right now. And this match isn't by no means over. Beesuit have a ton of chances, of course, but now it's about like the final situation. You got to put yourself in a position where you just have to calm your nerves. You're just going to have to say, okay, what was my game plan again? I was putting down a plan. I was practicing it beforehand. How am I going to play this out? And you need to stick to your plan. You stick to your guts on this one.
Well, both players are ready, and we're heading into the game.
Let's hope that they both calm and let's just goes calmly down. Adrian, that's what he loves, being calm, putting on those macro positions where he just has to control. He knows what his opponent is doing, and from there, it's just math for him.
Well, in this map, it's fairly difficult to hold your third base, even worse than the previous map, which was Protoss favored. But I think for this map, going for a 3-base push is a lot stronger than a 2-base, because around the 2-base we can see there's a lot of air and there's a lot of space that works. It just works better with a bigger army, and a small 2-base army for a Protoss is very, very difficult to fit in there.
Oh, it's very true. It's up to the man then in the top left. Can he keep going on the strike? He has been going so far. 1-0. He's playing for Expert Gaming. It's Adrian. Meanwhile, down in the bottom right, his opponent. It kind of looked a little bit weaker so far this series. Let's hope that he's able to prove himself and show that he has prepared something coming all the way from Germany to Norway. He's none other than Beesuit. In a Team Liquid jersey even.
Yeah, the Team Liquid jersey looked really nice on him.
Yeah, let's hope he can earn it by all means.
So he's going for the pylon at the ramp here. It looks like a map where doing the gateway is the best choice. It's kind of difficult to wall off the ramp. It's huge. There's a lot of space here.
Yeah, I see a lot of different Protoss do different things on how they want to suit it. Not all of them going for the Forge first, though. Not by any means normal build from anyone, but starting off a best-of-3 series, of course, it's a great way to start it off.
Well, there's nothing fancy here. We see the gateway coming down. No gas is taken yet. There we go. There's the gas. Got an appropriate timing for the Zerg. He has the spawning pool.
Going spawning pool first is actually quite interesting and wants to play a little bit safer, maybe realizing that Beesuit was open to do those early shenanigans. Maybe even going for proxy gateways. What does Adrian know? He doesn't quite know anything quite yet. No drones out. Just want to play it safe, go for the pool first.
Well, we see Beesuit is scouting here, which I don't know if it's necessary in this matchup, but he wants to block the hatch, which I really like.
Oh, look at this. He's trying to hide the drone. He knows the timing of the probe, but realizes, okay, it didn't come up. Oh, are you going to be able to stop it, though? I think he could have actually placed the hatch the first time.
Yeah, he could have placed it there. That was a mistake from Adrian.
Small little micro mistakes. Now, though, barely looking for that hatchery. And as if you're sending that one drone, it's going to be hard for you until your links are out.
This is so annoying. Look at the minerals just pooling up for Adrian here. This is bad.
Can even put down a pylon here if he wants, or just kill the drone straight out. Needs to be careful.
If he kills the drone, that's massive.
Oh, he's looking for it. It's 2 hits away, though. He's got to be able to make it out. Maybe wants to put down just as much time as possible. 2 links. Now they're finished. Going to be able to be by the time they need Adrian.
Ooh, he's playing
risky
with fire.
With the drone, though.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to build a building from it anyway, so it doesn't matter for him. As long as he keeps it alive, he does. And it's pretty clean from him.
It's so delayed. It's like almost a minute delayed. It's really, really, really bad for Adrian. An amazing micro by Beesuit.
Yeah, well done. It's those small things, like Huck have shown so many times. Like just being annoying on the mineral patch, for instance, can really buy you those small little advantages.
If the Nexus goes down at the same time as the hatchery, the Protoss is so much further ahead. It's insane.
And no doubt, you can get those early probe advantages by getting the Chrono Boost on and getting the economy ahead. Question is that what Beesuit want to do or not? I have a feeling that this game, on King of the Sejong Station, might be looking forward to seeing a 2-base push here. possibly with the Immortals.
What do you think about going for the Mothership core here instead of making a sentry?
I think it's fine. I think it's more than fine in his case.
Okay.
If getting down to defend this natural base would be hard anyway, Mothership core would actually do more than a sentry on its own.
Yeah,
but it looks like Adrian, maybe he's doing a gamble on Adrian, knowing that, okay, he usually likes to play it very safe all around, so I don't really need the sentry. I can just go for this Mothership core, like start building up energy. It's fine.
Well, he's going to lose the probe here.
Yeah, doesn't get the gateway either. Barely gets the forge at the first here, all the way at the front.
Now, these Zerglings are pretty annoying. We see the third expand from Adrian here. He's going with basically the same build. Speed at an appropriate time. He might... No, he's not going to be aggressive. He's pulling off gas. He doesn't want to play an aggressive game at all versus Protoss, which I really like. I really like this play.
Yeah, it's the way he likes it, methodical. Just play it out like a chess game where you just get control of what pieces exist and then try to know your position, where are your advantages. There's no early all-ins here at all from Adrian.
Straight into a +1 when the Forge finishes. Beesuit is very comfortable with the upgrades game.
Very. Adrian sees it though. He knows with this Overlord, seeing exactly what's under production on the other side, and he is good at calculating that knowledge. What is it going to mean? What does this all +1 really mean? Is it going to look for a +1 timing, +2 timing? How many Immortals are you going to add? Is he going to add Immortals? We see, of course, the robotics the same does Adrian with another Overlord flying in over the main base. Knows exactly what's up in the back of here.
I actually don't like this build from Beesuit. He's being a bit inefficient with his minerals, and he doesn't have any sentries pulling up energy right now, which is honestly very bad. He's still not making sentries from the gateways that he has. I guess he wants to go straight into an Immortal, but if you go into an Immortal... Did I lose? I just lost connection.
Oh, that's quite sad. I still have the connection over here, though, so I hope you're getting right back up. Oh. Only one assimilator, interesting enough for Beesuit so far. Maybe forgetting a little bit about it. We see a War Prism on the way on the back here, so maybe if he's trying to like put a ton of gateways down to try and hit some sort of +1 with Zealot Stalker timing, of course it's possible.
The War Prism will get scouted by the Overlord.
Oh, you're right. It's in perfect position to spot it the once it spawns. Oh, he sees it too. It's amazing for Adrian knowing exactly what's up in the back of here.
Did you think Adrian spotted that? He must have.
Yeah, for sure. And there's no way that's a fake War Prism. There's no sentries. He knows it. He's seen everything so far. He realizes, okay, I'm losing the Overlord. Let's just go in, take a small look at the gas. How much is taken? What is up in the back here?
Oh my god, the Lings. They're going straight into the mineral line.
Oh, that's what you meant with no sentries also. Can I flick like a few probes? It was so worth it, even throwing out. Photon overcharge and maybe able to run right out again.
Well, one probe and some mineral time or mining time lost. This is really good for our Zerg player.
Yeah, smoothly done by Adrian, getting up that supply lead as well, 77 to 52 right now.
The War Prism goes in at third. Maybe he can do some damage here.
Doesn't have anything in it though. No Zealots in here. 5 Queens looking for it. Oh, does he get the snipe as well? Finishes off the War Prism.
Oh, that's so bad for Beesuit.
Horrible. Horrible. This amount of Queens already in the game though. He's keeping producing the Queens because he knows that with what he's got behind there, there must be some sort of attack. It is. It's 5 gates in the production behind there. It's going to be a total 6 gates.
So it's an Immortal all-in, but this is not going to work. Adrian, Queens are the answer against Immortal all-in. Spinecrawlers are bad. Roaches, they're armored, so they die to Immortals. But the Queens, they're actually light units.
Yeah, look at this creep spread is getting to, like spreading it all the way out on our right flank. There's not going to be any observers with this, with a 7 gate and Immortals throwing in over here. So
oh, he's going to have so many transfuses.
Yeah, this might look grim. Beesuit is putting all his cards into this one attack. There's nothing really going for him economically behind this. He's just going to throw it all in. Have to wait though, because with losing the War Prism, here comes the second one. He needs those reinforcements. 800 minerals right now banking up.
He's going to be supply blocked after the first warp in, so he needs to add 2 pylons here. I don't really like going for the War Prism here. He should have just added a pylon train and go for an all-in that way. That means he could have pushed...
Oh, look at that Mothership core way too far forward. Doesn't realize... Oh, that comes with the pressure situations. Those situations where you have to win. It's all up. You're down 1-0. One more game and you're out of the tournament. You just keep your nerves calm. Do your best with what build you have prepared. And now Beesuit, his supply blocks, going to look forward. He's going to go for the fight, but look at this amount of Queens and Roaches just throwing him right back. He's like hitting a wall, just gets instantly blown up. And Adrian, look how easy he stomps his entire attack. Doesn't even lose. Does he lose the Queen? No, not a single Queen lost. Beesuit just going to throw out the GG. It's all over Adrian. Stomping that semifinals.
It wasn't even close. Oh my god.
Such an... I get kind of scared here. Kind of like nerd skill chills of meeting an opponent you know is just playing so much better and so much more refined than you are.
Adrian played very well.
Such a controlled game from him. Such a controlled series from him, both of them. just getting the exact knowledge from his overlords, perfect positioning and timing moving in on the bases. He knew what was coming. He had a perfect answer to it. Even knocked down the first Warp Prism, which was insane for him.
It was really good. I like the way that he started adding queens after he saw the Warp Prism. That was just an amazing play. I would have liked to see a Spore Crawler somewhere, just in case of DTs, but it didn't really end up mattering here. He had full vision of the base, so I don't know. His opponent was Diamond, so maybe it's not necessary.
No way there was enough gas to put down any sort of Twilight tech upon that robotics facility, or even going from 1 to Simulator he did for so long, which kind of probably made even Adrian question, why is there no sentries here? Why is there no gas? Where's the units? Even early Mothership Core. So he knew, and he took that knowledge and he put it right into the chess game, just putting his pieces in position, crushing it.
I think if Beesuit was going to win, he needed to add more sentries early, wait like 2 or 3 minutes before pushing, just like keeping warping in units. That was his only shot.
Definitely, but as we are discussing the game, trying to dissolve how this entire thing happened, let's just talk to the guy who actually made it all happen, to Adrian. Let's get a short-up interview coming with him very shortly, and we'll hear from him what his thoughts are upon the series, what his thoughts are upon the finals. And here he comes to sit down and enjoy his moment of glory.
Hello.
Welcome, Adrian.
Put your microphone a bit closer to your mouth. There we go. Awesome.
Perfect.
Nice.
How does it feel? Feels good? You felt in full control of the entire series? Which you were then thinking that probably this is more. Do you feel like it was like a nerve game of the entire, like sitting on the stage for the first time? You have the audience looking at, we know that it's streaming out towards everyone. How did you feel going into the semifinals?
Really cool.
That's really good. So, I wanted to ask, in your last game, what made you produce that many queens?
Yeah, I expected him to go for this Zelda to Immortal all-in, since he had only 1 gas and produced a Robo Bay. So, with only 1 gas and Robo Bay, his tech is really limited.
Yeah, it's really smart.
That was a perfect snipe when you got the Warp Prism as well on the third base. What do you feel like when you got the Warp Prism? Did you know it was over, or...?
No, I saw his reaction. He was like really upset.
Oh,
oh yeah, that's some of the things we luckily maybe can't see.
More like luck.
Yeah, how do you feel though going in for the finals now? You know, StarCraft 2. Maybe like we don't have Snoot here, we don't have the entire broad of the entire Norwegian pro scene, but still sitting in the finals, best of 5 going to be played out at 6:30 today. How are you feeling?
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, probably going to meet Kolbeinn. Not confirmed, of course. They're still playing their semi-final, but that's a revenge matchup for you, maybe.
Yeah, I promised revenge.
You promised revenge?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to win?
I hope so.
That's awesome. Well, Kolbeinn, he beat you last time. It was very close. At the end, you danced your units, which was a BM move. We talked about that for a while. And I gotta say, I was quite disappointed. Never BM if you don't know you can win the game.
Dance of Death, we call it.
It was the Dance of Death.
The showing of glory, the showing of who is the king of the game. Okay, but you're in the finals. Congratulations for making it this far. And I hope we see some, if not dancing in-game, then definitely dancing after it during the finals, showing off these nerves in this game. Amazingly done to you. I think we're going to go for a short break while we prepare on to go for the third round finals going to be played later today.